सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धे भवतु मे सदा वसुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् हरि ओम कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Yes, can someone recollect what is it that we saw last? Yes, please. Anybody? Anything you can recollect? Inform the link and move ahead immediately. Okay, Chitraji. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so we saw that the yogis who have realized they strive harder to serve the divine and are ready to become his instruments. So this happens to those yogis whose jnana chakshu is opened. So this is something we saw, and the sun, moon, and the fire they get their light from the supreme divine. He is the light of the entire cosmos. And he also says that he has descended on earth and resides in all the living entities. He is the Soma and also the Sattva of the medicines. He's the Jataragni in the entities that is essential for maintaining the physical body and also help in digestion. And he resides in the hearts of every being, and he's the cause of memory and knowledge in them, the creator of the Vedantas, known by the Vedas and also the knower of the Vedas. And we saw that there are two forms of manifestation: Kshara, which is the destructible, Akshara, which is indestructible. So, beyond this, there's the third Uttama Purusha who exists on all the three worlds and who's the nurturer of everyone. He's called as the Purushottama, and since he is beyond the Akshara and Akshara. And one who realizes this and surrenders serves and loves the divine in all ways.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, Chitraji. So somebody who has ordained the presence of the divine, somebody who has become conscious, somebody has become brave enough to recognize the presence of the divine. Why brave? Because of Maya, we cannot see, no? We cannot see the divine at times. It requires what we call a leap of faith. But when with Shraddha, it is there. You are not going to just take a leap. You are actually going to, that leap would be like the leap of Anjaneya, the big one. So with that, someone who has established in the consciousness that God is with me at all times, irrespective of what 100 people say or irrespective of what 1,000 people say. This person understands and makes it the ambition. See, that is why. That is why I want to serve the divine. I gave the example of Dr. Manimaran. He is someone who dedicated his life to service. He started this World People Foundation or World People Service Foundation. Now, it was the inner call. So that was where his direction started. His Adhyatmic Pragati happened, but he felt, I want to serve the divine now in these people, and this will be my marga, and that was his path. What, 15,000, maybe more than 15,000 is what number of people, this one individual, son of farmers, not having too much, what we can say, monetary wealth to support. No, people say you need a foundation, you need a backing of wealth to push you ahead. No, it is not like that. He said, nobody is doing this. Nobody is picking this person up. Nobody is there to take care of him. Nobody is there to even do a Shraddha Kriyas, Antim. Actually, just yesterday I referred to him, so I told him I referred to you. And he called and I saw his photo. His photo status is about he's giving Shraddhas for people who are, nobody is there. Two bodies are there. He's given full, with full adar and with full respect. Police also has come and somebody else, one more witness, and with full love and respect he's offering. Why should a person do that? I know I met him many years back, almost say 9 years ago, last time I met him in person. But he's been doing this, no? Nirantar, continuously. How many people are seeing him? How many people are more looking at him or praising him? How many people are supporting him? That is not important for him because that is his connection. He even found his guru that way in service. When elderly mother, he spent his entire means he decided this is I nobody is there taking care. I will take care of her. And as he was taking care of her, he started receiving. You know, in the Gita it is said, no, Upadekshanti te jnanam. What knowledge she had learned from her entire life, she started transferring to him. Guru Pragnya Pujanam, again, he is doing that. Does he have to read the Gita? Does he have to read the Gita? And no, you have not studied the Gita, so you will not get realization. He's already understood the essence of the Gita. He's living it. So many years, Nishkam Karma. What will anybody give a award or certificate? Will that any way equate to the work that he has done? Say Nobel Prize is given to him. There's a possibility. He might even receive Padma Shri 2 years down the line. He's very well on that path. But will that be an equal return for his work? No, it will not. Because it is that. So he has recognized that this is his calling and he's decided to serve. When you take a decision, it's difficult, no? His parents would have not been happy with him at all. What is this? Like this, and Shivaji must be born. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj must be born for betterment of Sanatan Dharma, for good, for universe, everything. Yes. But he should be born in neighbor's house, not my house. My Bandu or Bandit must get married at this particular age and they must have this many children. These children must go to this school and etc. etc. It goes on. The expectation is what we call moha jala. It will never get over. But this aspect is that is why we must not allow ourselves to get trapped. Asanga shastrena dhridena chatva. This was how the last adhyay started. Because if you allow yourself to get trapped thinking, no, I'm doing this for this person, I'm doing it on an emotional level. It is not on a spiritual level, it is not having a truth basis. You will be trapped permanently, isn't it? You will always be because I think this person will understand if I do it because out of attachment I am doing it out of love. We unnecessarily mix the words love and attachment. They are different. Love is without attachment. It's a rose without a thorn. You don't have those other negative aspects in it. So this one must understand. So somebody who recognizes the divine says nothing more. I want to serve the divine. Whether or not people call me wise or people call me foolish, it makes no difference. And such ones, they are able to advance is what Krishna is saying. He says, this is the secret. And how does the person serve? Whichever way. Whichever way you can do, isn't it? I cannot draw very well. It's all right. I can scribble very well. Let me offer that scribbling. No, I don't know the mantras. It's okay. I'll chant broken mantras. I'm not going to do it purposely, but it's okay. What little I know, slowly, I'll start learning. So many people I know who don't know Sanskrit start learning Sanskrit afterwards. How? It is Shraddha. My friend's mother, after retirement, she is what she was, I think, assistant commissioner or something of income tax. Was done a lot of raid and all. She did not know Devanagari, but after retirement, she learned Devanagari and she started by hearting the Gita. Now she is her husband passed away a few years ago in an accident, and that was where her turn to the Gita came. After that, she was searching and she got the light. But now she's got so busy, the same person who was so attached, she could not, without asking her children. One thing also, she would not be able to remain quiet. Now her children are both left, gone abroad, settled in the different countries. Now they call her, she says, I'm busy. They say, what are you busy in? You are alone at home. What are you busy? No, I have my routine. She does a full chanting, she does a studying, she's learning new mantras, everything. And she says, I've got so busy, I don't have time. I keep telling people I don't have time now. How is it possible? Well, that is the transformation. So that transformation is very much possible. All you have to do is offer what you have. Sudama, what did he give? Panchapakvanam to Krishna. No, poha, simplest. But how was it offered? It was offered with love. Whatever I have. We saw the story of what we can say, the juggler. Or now look at Mr. Maniman. He doesn't talk. He doesn't reveal anything about his spiritual experience. Luckily, that day in Damleji was present, so I could hear from him. Otherwise, I've tried and tried. Nothing comes out of his mouth other than work related only, nothing more than that. He doesn't say, if you ask also, no, no, my service is spirituality for me, that's all. But he has got it through his service only, isn't it? Through the actions. One step, people become, it's like that is what they call teja, no? Teja is what? It comes from tapa. Tapa is what? It's the tapasya, the fire. Fire purifies. No, gold also, gold is brilliant. But gold also has to be purified in fire. Why? That is same way human beings also. No matter I have so much talent, I have so much knowledge, I have so much wealth, I have so much punya, FDs of punya only from last janma. No, it's not enough. Your sadhana is there, otherwise this punya will get lost and then you will again be groping in the dark. Instead, use that, no? If you have a good base, good pedestal, should you spend everything or should you use that to rise so that you do Lokasangra? So again, Lokasangra is one aspect. So they serve the world. They serve the world because they recognize divine is present in the world. That was where Krishna talked about. Now comes the interesting aspect. Divine and demonic. Devi and Asuri Swabhav. This duality is always there. Like they say, yin and the yang. What is the right and there is wrong. Two forces always at play continuously. Let us see, Krishna begins. He's going to tell Arjuna both. It starts with Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Abhayam Sattva Sanshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavasthitihi Dhanam Damashcha Yajnascha Swadhyayas Tapa Arjavam. Well, these are all qualities Krishna is talking about. Each and every word. Abhayam Sattva Sanshuddhi. What is it? He says, fearlessly persevering for inner purification and engaging in the yoga of knowledge with dedication, holding all the senses in control, and by selflessly giving, engaging in sacrifice, ascesis, and scriptural reading. I just tell you, this is 1, 2, and 3, no? These are all these shlokas of this adhyay are going to talk about what is the divine nature. The divine nature, how we can, probably these are the qualities, these are the traits of the divine nature. First one is abhaya. Who is afraid? Who has something to lose? Who has attachments? Who has insecurities? What will happen to me? Will my desires get fulfilled? What about my dreams? Will they get fulfilled or not? The person who has surrendered to the divine has no dreams only. Sarvarambha parityagi. What does that mean? Well, attachments are not there. Now there is only one aim, one aspiration to allow the divine will to manifest. There's full faith, full shraddha in the divine that what is right will manifest, but personal interruptions of desires are being kept aside. Like somebody goes to a dietitian, I want to lose weight. What does the dietitian say? All these foods are banned. So if you say no, no, all right, in front of the dietitian, you say, okay, I agree. And immediately after going out, you start running after what you thought was right, hoping dietitian will not notice. But ultimately, consequences are there, no? So attachments will bring you insecurities. If you want to live a free life, you want to live a happy life, let go of attachments. Not letting go of attachments, will it make any difference is the question in making our dreams fulfilled? Not letting go. Some people say, no, I cannot let go of my attachments. That only is important. I am so attached to my loved ones. That is why they listen to me. Is there anybody who has ever said this statement? Because of my attachment only. I can manipulate because of attachment. Parents sometimes do that. No, you must listen to me now. I am telling you. Or they create an atmosphere out of attachment. Bandhana. You are under me now. You have to listen. Then afterwards, what happens? First thing, the chance comes, the children immediately, now I'm free. I've gone to college. Don't you tell me. I'm going to do everything that you told me not to do. And then most of the time, children they get a tattoo, they get a color, they color their hair, and look what has happened. This is lost. What happened? All my values have got destroyed. It's not that. It is actually your force that you felt you are controlling. How many atmospheres can you control? You can control home atmosphere. Sometimes they talk to the teacher and control school atmosphere. This teacher should not behave like this. Teacher should be like Guru Dronacharya or the greatest of great gurus. Everybody must be like that only. ठीक है, you control the atmosphere in school. What about college? What about workplace? What about outside? No, it's not possible to control the atmosphere of the child. It is not possible at all. So instead, letting go is the best thing, and best way is have faith. Have faith in the principles that you have inculcated. Have faith, have Shraddha that right will happen. Freedom is there, that is important to be given also. Sometimes to us also we need to have that. So fearlessness is number one trait because this person has nothing to lose. Divine is taking care of. This was the shloka which had troubled me in Corona time because one mother had asked me the question. I am afraid because I yesterday had fever. I am afraid that I have Corona. So if something happens to me, what will happen to my kids? Who is going to take care? And I knew about her because she had shared her experience. She had lost her husband to cancer. And her entire story was quite moving. She looked at her husband as a guru. Within a 4-month, 5-month period, she lost him. And in that 5-month period, he passed on all the knowledge for business. And there was a movie, P.S. I Love You, like that, the diary he has written. He has written what she should be doing afterward. And she says, I still learn from that diary which he wrote in that period. I mean, how did he write it during the period of chemotherapy? Where did he get the strength? All of it is different. So this person is asking me, I was afraid, am I wrong? Am I wrong? I was like, I cannot tell you, madam. I cannot stand in your shoes and tell you don't be afraid. But if you ask me from the Gita, one shloka comes to mind, and that time I just told this shloka where Krishna says, no, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham Ananyaschintayanto Mam Ye Jana. I told that shloka and I was myself not convinced. So I asked her, is this anyway resonating with you? Because I don't know. I am not in that position. I have not got married. I have not experienced what loss she has experienced. Who am I to tell her, ki, don't be afraid? So I just told her, and did you get the answer? She smiled and I said, then my time of question came. How did you get the answer? How did this shloka connect with you? So she said this. She said that if something did have to happen to me, I know divine will take care of. And there are precedences. Look at the Santa Jnaneshwar. Great Santa Jnaneshwar was born. His parents were made to take, so what we can say, Dehanta Prayashchit. Wrong people. Shastris who didn't understand Shastra decreed that these people have to end their lives. And then after they end their lives, the village will be purified and they will take care of these children. And what happened after they ended their lives? The village went back on the words. They did not take care of these children. Who took care of him? The divine only. The young boy became mother. How can a small boy be called mother by the entire village? Well, they all got that experience. So the divine was raising that person. So she got the answer of abhaya, fearlessness. But how did she get it? Is somewhere Shraddha in the divine. Shraddha is firm. So fearlessness. That is number one. Persevering for inner purification. What happens? Sometimes no, you can't be too good. Many people say. I have little goodness in my goodness meter. I can say I'm 40% good or 55%. It's at least better than 0%. No, no. Sadhana is what is happening continuously. Why Kabir Das says, "Bura jo dekhan mein chala, bura na milya koi." Was he a bad man, having all wrong thoughts? Not at all. But he understands the need for purifying because the more and more you purify yourself, more divinity can manifest inside of you. More divine does your life become. Sri Aurobindo has told we have to make our life divine. How nice will it be if we can understand each other harmoniously? We all speak one language. I'm not imposing one language, otherwise, that politicians will start. So I mean, here we tried Vedic chant therapy. They said you are doing Hindi imposition. I was like, sir, this is Sanskrit language. No, 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 it is Hindi imposition. I said, at least call it Sanskrit imposition if you want to, but no. So, but what is this language? This language is the language of love. That is something which everybody can understand, even if you don't know the bhasha. If you can understand what is being done, that is no imposition, isn't it? So, how will that happen unless we persevere and start purifying ourselves? That is why Atma Shuddhi is required. That is why great yogis do tapasya. They try to, raise their standards every time, all the time, because that is important. So, that also requires courage. I will. Low aim is a crime, isn't it? Like that abhaya, seeking purification, then engaging in the yoga of knowledge with dedication, trying to understand, trying to realize what? What you don't know. What you don't know only you can realize, isn't it? So first recognize I don't know. That creates the ground. Kena Upanishad is the same thing. Only who does know, somebody who does not know can know. You can say, I'm already knowing so much. Krishna will say, ah, take a very wise person. Namaskar, I will only do and walk away. That is what happens. Krishna says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I will give the knowledge, I will give the wisdom that will make you unique. Whom can you give? Somebody who does not have. So at least go to that position, recognize that, chalo, I don't have. Let me receive knowledge. Because when I was in school, when I said I didn't know, I would get punishment. And we'd get out of the classroom was the immediate answer. After college also same thing only. But one interesting thing has happened in life last few years. Every time I say I don't know, it's so humble. I have no idea what has changed. Nothing much has changed. But one thing I've seen is a lot of people who know. Probably I'm copying that aspect. A lot of people who know, they say they don't know. A lot of people who know because they understand what I know is less compared to so much more that is to be known. So seek that knowledge with dedication. Try to know. Put aside your personal limitations. Somebody says, I am very much interested in Bhakti Yoga only. Why? Can you not see the Bhakti in Jnana Marga also? Can you not see the Bhakti in Karma Marga also? Or same way, people in different places. Stop making compartments out of your mental logic. Then you will understand what is the divine logic. Higher Tarka will manifest. After that, the consequences are known. They have to be experienced rather than said. Krishna goes on, holding all the senses in control. Damaha, controlling your senses. Somebody comes and say, hey, fool, how dare you call me fool? Quiet. Yes, I am a fool. What do you want from the fool? Please tell me. Control yourself. Don't get frustrated. Most of the time, what happens? I saw this person do this. That becomes a sort of krodha, frustration. This person cheated me. One of the Indriyas only tell us something, no? Indriyas only frustrate us. So if you control your Indriyas, best example, Anjaneya, the great one, Jitendra. He is the one. What do we call him? He is the great one, Ramaduta. We say we do Sharanam to him. We go because you understand divinity just looking at him. Because of control of senses, he became Buddhimatam Varishtam, wisest among the wise. Control your senses, nobody will take you for a ride. Control your senses, you will not be suddenly excited and somebody will give you some prospect. You will get double promotion, triple promotion. Most of the scams happen because of that only, no? Instead, control. Yes, I'll do what I have to do. Nobody is going to take me just for a ride like that. So that is one more. It's a divine quality, what Krishna is saying. Selflessly giving. Nath Sampradaya is known for that. There's a nice saying, Ami Natha Panthi, Kana Phate, Amche Vate Zaune. We are the Panthas of the Natha. They tear their ears are what we can say pierced. Don't you come in my way, is what he says. He's busy in sadhana, no time to waste. Why? If required, I'll even give the langoti I'm wearing, is what the Nathapanthi says. But those who are wrong, then danda will be very strong. They do the danda on the tantric level also, and physically also, they are equally strong. But this aspect of giving, no, ready to give for the world, very few people have that tendency. World tries to tell us it's a stupid tendency. It's a tendency which will destroy you. You need to have selfishness. Some people try to talk about virtue of selfishness and all. You don't realize this. Give yourself, make yourself available. To whom? That's important, no? To the divine. जैसे गुरु बनाना जान के, पानी पीना छान के. Guru also, yes. Make yourself available fully to the Guru. Otherwise, what happens? There also compartments happen. Then sadhana does not go ahead. But ready to give, that is difficult. There's a story of a king. He was drowning. All his ministers came around trying to save him. Give me your hand. Maharaja, give me your hand. Nothing. He's not giving. Everybody's frustrated. Oh my God, what is going to happen? Is the king going to drown now? Then the wise mantri, one was there who was his close confidant. He just looked at all of them. He was like, people, you're foolish. Maharaja, take my hand. Immediately he took the hand and came out. Always surprised what happened. Don't you know our Maharaja has no habit of giving. He has only the habit of taking. So if you say take, he will immediately do that. Many people live their life like that. These are shallow lives. These are lives which have not understood Trupti. These are lives which have not tasted Ananda. They've just been grabbing, what we call like a glutton, no? Something like that. That is a wasted life. How much property? How much property will you carry to other lokas? Nothing, absolutely nothing. I want this, I want that. Arey, what will you do with all of it? Get into that state, understand that, ready to give. Give for a cause, give for a higher purpose. More than anything, give yourself to the divine. Divine will utilize. Because otherwise, emotionally, suddenly some person says, yeah, I'll now go and give everything, all my property in the name. It's again an emotional decision, isn't it? Instead, if you surrender to the divine, divine will tell you how to use. Most of the time, people have mistaken the meaning of giving. You say, no, I will either stay away from wealth. Wealth is the problem. No, use the wealth. No, become like Raja Janaka, Krishna has told. But for that, give yourself to the divine. That is important. Let us go on. He says, Ahimsa. Krishna is telling Arjuna, Arjuna, become Ahimsavadi. Now, what is he going to do? Well, he is going to hold his Shastra also, and yet he is going to be Ahimsavadi as well. How is it possible? Krishna says, Ahimsa, Satyam, Krodha, Tyaga, Shantir, Paishunam, Daya, Bhuteshvalolupvam, Madhavam, Dhira Chapalam. Bereft of anger, number one. Can a sadhu or a sadhak or a yogi or a yogini get angry? Cranky person, can we call such a person a yogi? Not at all. So if anger is coming inside, something's wrong. I'm still having some attachments there. They have to be, taken up. So first, bereft of anger. Practicing non-violence, ahimsa. Don't have the tendency to hurt anybody. Not just by physical, verbal also, words also. Sometimes you can hurt by thoughts also. Anybody is aware of that? Yes? Anyone? Yes?
Yes, because thoughts are vibrations and vibrations travel
Um,
faster.
yes, it's consciousness.
Thought level पे भी like if we are meeting someone and the person is having bad thoughts about us, so immediately we also start feeling uncomfortable. Like
Yeah, it depends. Like on the transmitter, it depends on the receiver.
yes,
Both, both. If your sadhana is druda, I think when nobody's whatever bad thoughts, they'll go bounce back. If your sadhana is too druda, the one who is throwing it, it will come back to that person only. This is something I've actually seen. I've actually seen one person having bad thoughts for the other person. In front of me, that person tripped and fell. It happened. What? No, that is a sadhana of that is a yoga bala. Same way, but a yogi also, I cannot get angry. My thoughts, once you start your yoga sadhana, no, when you go ahead, you cannot have bad thoughts about somebody else. They'll suddenly manifest something which you also don't want afterwards. So we have to first, important is practice non-violence. Don't go after it. You're not supposed to go and start cutting everybody or hitting everybody and transforming everybody by becoming some kind of street fighter. That's not our job immediately. Truthfulness also. Satya has to be told. Later on, we'll see in Vaktapa how it has to be spoken. Sometimes I have to speak the truth, so then they add extra masala along with truth. Already, truth hurts the ignorant person. Then they try to make it, I'm going to crush the person with my truth. That's not required. Truth is powerful in itself. So even while being truthful, you can still be non-violent also while being truthful. But we'll see that later. It's called Vaktapa. It will come in the Gita, last part of the Gita. He goes on self-giving again. Self-giving, absence of fault finding. You see, among all the great virtues, this is one big virtue Krishna has told, absence of fault finding. It's difficult, no? I know a friend of mine and I, we were watching some reality program. Beautiful singing was going on. It's like, what a useless singer. Look, the sur has gone down. This is bad. That is bad. And I was like, Acha, maybe this person really knows. I didn't know about his singing capacity. And then the break was there, and then I thought, very good, yeah, let us hear him, and I tried to encourage him. And then when he sang, I was like, oh my God, frogs have better singing in rainy season than this person's voice. But this person is finding fault in somebody who is much better than him. This person, don't follow this sadhu. He is like this. Don't follow that. No, I am in this sadhana, so I am better than the other person. It's all ahankar. What are you doing? Whose faults are you finding? Is it your job to find the faults? No, no, but I have to restore dharma in the world. Really? Do you have to do it? Your job is to do sadhana. Ganapati is there. Guru Pakhanda Khanda Kaya. A false guru is there also. Don't worry about going and trying to say this is right. Because many times Krishna has told, no, don't break anybody's Shraddha. Unnecessarily people start going. Now the same great person I talked about, because he got inspired by a public figure. Somebody started saying, look, he is inspired by this figure who is known for having controversy, this, that. Who knows what has happened? Even if that person may be a controversial figure, what this person is doing is important, isn't it? Instead of seeing this, you're focusing only on that aspect. What's going to happen? You're going to again get lost. You'll actually go into the Asuri trait. Opposite of what is divine is Asuri, no? So you're cultivating Asuri traits without your knowledge. And then we say, no, 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 India is only having what we call Jai Chands, everything, all Indian people only are causing trouble. Forget Indian people, look at yourself, how many traits you are cultivating which are arrogant, how many traits of ahankar, how many traits of wrong, against Shastra only, no? When Shastra is clearly speaking. And nowadays we have a beautiful online platform, no? We can anonymously write about people. I don't like this thing about this kind of people. You don't tag that person directly. And then people start, you see, these kind of people are like this in your comments and discussions. They go on for hours. People have that much time. But Krishna says, don't do that. It's all right. Peacefulness. This is also important. Shanti, no? Adhyatma is related with Shanti. Krishna has told Ashantasya kuta sukham. But most of the noise nowadays are the people who are in different cults, who are making a lot of noise. Then devoid of greed. So there should not be greed inside of you. Holding a global compassion. Compassion for the world. Which world? This world is not good world. Are Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, isn't it? Or you also want to start new Mahabharatas. Already enough wars are taking place in the world. You want to start newer divides. It's not required. Have that. Krishna says, for the world. Then modesty, tenderness, and an unswerving determination. Modesty, that is important. Vidya vinayana shovate. Or Vidya dadati vinayam. Wise person naturally feels humble. Because the person understands that somebody is calling me wise, but I am not that wise. I know that truth. For me, it is there. So naturally, the person becomes modest when he realizes it or she realizes it. So, but that is a great virtue where you are open to learn, you're open to grow, and you are able to receive. You'll receive more only, isn't it? Say you are in a group and you are modest in that group when you're having some intellectual discussion. The one who is modest only will learn more, no? Tenderness. Tenderness means sensitivity is required. Who walks on the spiritual path? Now, say all of us are reading the Gita. It is because we were sensitive, no? Some point, something triggered something, some Vedana, some kind of, some hurt. Look at Gautam Buddha. Most sensitive he was, no? What is all of this? What death? How is death existing? No, I cannot tolerate it. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to my family? What's going to happen ultimately to everybody? I want answers. I cannot tolerate this. So what is that? That is sensitivity. People who are on this, who are sensitive only are open to the divine. So that is also this tenderness. Meaning, now sensitive means not just emotional. People mistake that. Compassion also, people think, oh, compassion means start crying for the world. No, compassion is feeling for somebody. So when you are tender, also you are able to understand the other person. You are able to take care. You're running, out of your own self you have kept behind. And you're able to see the person. Greatest healers, they are most tender, no? The touch of a nurse. It's like godlike. Why? This person has done sadhana continuously, so many times, so many with care, no? So the touch also is such loving. But you see the hands, no, they don't look so nice. I know the patient will understand. Patient can understand how many times this person has served. When the person gives the injection, also it doesn't feel like it's an injection, the way it is put. So this is important. Tenderness is also something. Healers have that tendency. They are tender also. And an unswerving determination. Determination that is firm, that is dhruda. Ramleji was told when he was very young only, even if your head is hit against the wall, it will not change. That is the firmness. That firmness is required in us also. We need to. Otherwise, what will happen? Everybody will move us around just like that. You are like this. Okay, okay. You are correct. You are like this. Yes, yes, I am like that also. Suddenly you'll begin, am I a Vishwarupa because I have so many forms? That's not true. Eka Devo Bhava. Have one Deva, have one Aradhya, have one Shraddhasthana. So the determination should be firm. Otherwise, Navratri is coming, so I have become Devi Upasak. Another festival comes, I do another Upasana. I want, some people go, they pray here also, all different dharmas. So all gods are happy. So if this God is not going to take me there, the other one will help me. I worship everybody is what. No, what we are talking about, determination, Shraddha also, it has to be firm. And it should not be shake. It should not shake. It should not be shaken by difficult moments. It is like difficult moments which are actually indicators of how strong your Shraddha is. When things don't go according to your way, that is the best time if you ever want to do one, what they call Simha-Lokan or a Atma Parikshan. Yes, in my difficult time, I found my God. Wow, that is the experience many have. And then they say, thank you for giving me difficulties. I've seen people telling me, thank you, thanks to God that I got cancer. Why will a young 30-year-old or 126-year-old person ever talk about such a young age getting cancer as a thankful act? Because in that difficult moment they understood it. But that is determination, isn't it? Anybody would have got crushed emotionally. So that is one more. Next comes Tejaha. There is a Teja. Teja is also a quality. When you see people who are on the Adhyatmic Marga, a kind of a divine Teja emanates from them. You must have seen yogis, you must have seen many of them. How is it? What is it? It's an indicator. It's an indicator that yes, there is sadhana is done. That is a Teja. Teja is different from appearance. Outer appearance only. No, Teja is something which is divine. It is like an aura. It's experienced. Krishna goes on, Shama, Dhruti, Shaucham, Adroho, Natimanyata, Bhavanti Sampadam Daivim, Abhijatasya Bharata. Radiating purity, that is Teja. Showing forgiveness. This is also difficult. I cannot forgive this person. He talked to me like this. I cannot forgive this friend who has, broken the promise and the basic tenet of friendship. Not this Janma, next 7 Janmas, I'm not going to forgive. As if you will be remembering it in the next Janma also. But this aspect is all Rajasic reactions that we have to be able to forgive. That is also important. And valiance. Valiance means bravery. Now, one side ahimsa and other side bravery. Are they even connected? Again, forgiveness and then bravery. Bravery is required. I'll take the sword and go cut that. That's not bravery, isn't it? Means you forgive, but don't forget. You don't have to forget. These people forget and forgive. No, it's not like that. And you need to be brave. Adhyatma is not the marga of anybody. It's the marga of the Veera, somebody who has the strength. Who can overcome attachments? Prakriti has pushed it, no, everybody into it. It's like not our fault. If at all we have to blame somebody, we can say Prakriti Maya only. She has put attachment. She's made us always easily. I get trapped. I go, I see something interesting, attractive, I got attracted to it. Naturally, it is happening because of Prakriti. But it's somebody who is brave enough to overcome, somebody who is able to brave enough to walk. Sri Aurobindo has given the invitation. There's a poem called Invitation. Who will walk with me? Who will dare to come on this beautiful journey of Adhyatma? So this bravery is also one thing. Valiance is also something which is required. People like they get confused. They become submissive because they surrender to the divine. Do you have to be submissive to the world? No, not at all. How dare anybody else command you? When your commander is only one, it is the divine. Nobody else. You cannot submit yourself to anyone else except the divine. So for that, again, it's bravery, ready to stand. Our history of mankind is full of instances where people have risen, broken barriers, broken different places across the world. Why just Bharat only? Everywhere they have risen by their bravery, isn't it? And connect with the higher consciousness. So that is important. Krishna goes on, not having envy or pride and holding a poised balance, not having jealousy. This person looks more beautiful than me. This person is smarter than me. This person has more talent than me. It's all right. You can appreciate it, isn't it? You can appreciate what is good. You can appreciate what is nice. You can enjoy that also. But don't ever be jealous. Why? Well, it's a horrible trait. Jealousy will make you. It's like that person has a beautiful garden with wonderful flowers. My garden is not having any flowers. Jealousy will make you go and pour some kind of, medicine for killing the plants in that garden. Most of the time, people do things which are out of jealousy. They do horrible things. They do in moments only, no? Nobody wants to be a bad guy, no? Nobody wants to take on that role, negative role. Nobody wants to go to jail. Yet they go to jail or not. Why? Moments of no control. So this is also something. Jealousy should not drive your life's moments. It should not drive your actions. So that is absence of jealousy, absence of pride. Pride means it's connected to, most of the time, pride is connected to the ankar, ego only. You should ask Abhiman. I am a proud Indian. Yes, I'm having Swabhiman. But just because I am a proud Indian, what am I going to do? I want to service to India. I'll sit online and keep making fun of people of other countries, showing them what is not there, what is bad in Europe. That's not pride at all. Or people, I'm proud of my yoga marga, which I have taken. Acha, that's good. What are you doing in that yoga marga? Are you becoming a representative of the great ones who have walked on that path? Or you're trying to see my marga is better than the other person? Again, unnecessary pride. Can anybody's marga be better than another person's spiritual path? Can one person's God be more divine than the other? Can one person be better than another person also? No, we many times say, I am better than that person, I am better. We cannot be. As an individual, each individual cannot be better, cannot be worse. You are you, no? Our outer natures, maybe there are people, criminals will say, at least this person is not. I'm talking about individual. If you just understand, if you understand your true worth is incomparable. Which market will be, it cannot be sold in a market at all. It's too precious. It is something. And you cannot be better than somebody just as you cannot be worse than somebody. This is important. But when you realize this, no, then you will not have that ankar. Otherwise, immediately. Sometimes people in certain cults, they walk like their nose is already in the sky only. I have seen people actually from close from one part. Shouldn't say all of them are like that. I'm not trying to generalize, but many times they say, we are in a higher consciousness. I don't want to talk to you right now. My consciousness will get disturbed. You cannot ask them, is it so so fickle that it will get disturbed? That's not a question you should ask because na buddhi vedam, Krishna has told. But they are downright rude. That is not allowed. Nobody has ever asked that to. No Marga teaches that. Humility is there in everywhere. So let us not have this. Holding a poised balance, samata in the mana and the apamana, in the victory also, in the defeat also, in success also, in failure. You're alone also, you're not depressed. So many people are joining and saying, wow, you're doing a good work, and suddenly you are now you're in charge of a big moment only, and that time also. You cannot be carried away. Yeah, yes, now I have become the best. No, no. You have to remain on the ground. The balance. Oh, Arjuna, these are the qualities that encompass the treasure inherited by those born with a divine nature. Now we are going to celebrate Navaratri, isn't it? The Devi is there. How does the Devi manifest? Through qualities only. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita, Shanti Rupena Sanstita, Buddhi Rupena Samsita, Shraddha Rupena Samsita, Namastasya, Namastasya. Meaning that Devi manifests through qualities. So one of the great upasanas that you can do is, yeah, we can play Garbha with different colored clothes. All that is fine. That can be done, celebrated. But also try to cultivate qualities, isn't it? The beauty of qualities is that if some qualities are not there, they can be cultivated. So I don't have this quality of absence of fault finding. I can cultivate that. No, it's like I can start. Okay, I'll close my mouth. I'm about to find a fault, but no. Krishna has told I have to stop finding faults in everybody. So slowly you can get out of the habit. No, normally what happens? My one person told me as a business strategy. He said, "You're not getting enough followers. Write something wrong. Immediately people will start trying to correct you." But we didn't fall into that trap. That is another type of moha. But this aspect of finding faults. So like that, Krishna says these are all the shlokas, 1, 2, 3, best shlokas to do upasana in this particular Navaratri period. Look at all of this. Tell how many you are there. How many are there in you? To yourself, of course. You can which is there, which quality is there, which quality is needed, where is lacking. Am I lacking valiance? Then call upon. What? The Ma Durga will come directly. What are you waiting for? So these are all aspects we have to understand because through qualities the goddess manifests. You can connect through qualities. And if some qualities are not there, they can be cultivated. So this is something. And Krishna says, of those born with a divine nature, meaning inherently there is a divine nature. Some people are born with a divine nature. Some people are born filthy rich. Some people are not so rich, or some people are not rich at all. It's like that. Some people have all qualities in them, many qualities. Some people have few, but it's okay. What you have, hold on to them, start cultivating the others. But it's interesting that divine nature is something which is people are born. That also corroborates what we saw previously, isn't it? The life cycle goes on. It is what we are saying. One life is getting passed on, and the story does not end. It continues. There is something interesting. But if then there are people born with divine nature, are there people born with demonic nature? Yes, logically there should be, isn't it? But then are they destined to belong to that particular nature? No, that is not true. I think even in little children, you can see babies are born also, no? Sometimes, very young child also, you will see the nature of the child. Some child are very docile, some children are already crazy. They're very, what we can say, wanting to hurt and harm and continuously just, I mean, they start pinching the mother only for no reason before they learn anything. And there are others who are very calm and quiet. Well, these are natures, but Krishna has told example of Valya also, isn't it? Valya was who? Was a hunter. He was a dacoit. He got transformed into Rishi Valmiki. Krishna says, Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram na vidyate. The knowledge comes and realization takes place. So anybody can get transformed. So there is hope for everybody, but predominantly there is either a divine nature or a demonic nature. Let us see. Krishna says, Dambho darpobhimanascha krodha parushyameva cha ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadam asurim. Egoism, false pride, and a deceitful arrogance. Means the deceit is so much that they deceive themselves only. This arrogance, with that arrogance, I am too smart. I can outsmart God also, is what some people believe. So that is all Asuri Swabhava. Anger, Krodha takes control, no? No, it is not good. Don't try to justify. Ugra Rupa had anger, so I am also having anger. Many people try to justify that. No, it is not that at all. Do not try to equate your anger, which is out of no control of Indriyas, to the Supreme One. That is different. That is the Krodha, which is also what we talk Gunatit, no? It is a higher one. Durvasa's anger is different from a anger of a cranky person who is trapped in desires, isn't it? Somebody didn't talk like this, somebody insulted my God, so I'm going to get angry and shout at that. Divine will give punishment, it is required. You stand by your principles, stand by your truth. So this is something which is important. False pride and a deceitful arrogance. Anger, harshness, and the vice of ignorance. Krishna is talking about this. Harshness is not necessary. Speaking the truth is necessary or not? Anybody? Yes or no? Should we speak the truth? Yes, we should, of course. But does it have to be harsh? No, that's not not necessary requirement. But if somebody who is ignorant, you speak the truth, no matter how softly you speak, it will appear harsh only, isn't it? I don't want to believe that. I don't want to listen to that. What are you speaking? It will happen naturally. So you don't have to worry about adding an extra harshness angle. Yeah, I am going to extra make it like we have, nowadays medicines with higher potency, 5x, 6x, something like that. We don't have to add harshness. So harshness is a Asuri trait. It's insensitive. And the vice of ignorance. Ignorance is not bliss. A lot of people feel until I experience it's all right. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is pseudo bliss until karma bandhana comes back to you. When karma bandhana comes to you, then you start experiencing zero bliss. You do something wrong. You are not caught, till then you are happy. When you get caught, it becomes too much. So ignorance is also a vice. Oh, Arjuna, these are the qualities that define those born with a demonic nature, undivine. When we were told about three gunas, we were told three gunas are in all of us, isn't it? But interestingly, when the divine and Asuri Swabhava chapter is being told, Krishna is saying overall the person is either divine or overall the person is demonic. This is very interesting. Means overall Swabhava of a person could be Devi, could be Asuri. Let us see further. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya surimata mashacha sampadam daivim abhijato. See, Pandava. So as Krishna was saying, probably Arjuna's expression changed. Something happened in Arjuna. I remember when Damliji talked about Das Bodh, and his first chapter is about Murkhanche Lakshana, the Lakshanas or the indications of fools. I was like, what is this? My personal charitra is written here. Everything that is talked about what a fool must not do, which I allow in Sangha. The one who speaks without being asked, he is number one fool. This I have been doing from childhood only. So as I kept reading, I felt, oh my God, is it about me only what is being written here? So something like that happened to Arjuna also when Krishna was talking about Asuri Swabhava. He immediately felt, right, was I arrogant? I talked this way to Krishna. I in the first adhyaya that he all remembers probably. So immediately Krishna is there to the rescue. He is always so kind. He's always so caring. What does he say? He says, by but he first describes, he says, by these qualities divine, liberation one can gain, meaning you can get moksha. Krishna says you can get liberated by what? By the divine qualities. But demonic nature ties one to bondage's chain, means karma bandhana and other so many bandhanas, free offer, one after the other. Later on, we'll see Asha Pasha Shatair Baddha. 100 bonds, desire traps a person. Imagine, no, a superhero is now suddenly trapped by so many chains. Forget flying, this person cannot move at all. This is what happens in Asuri Svabhava. It ties a person to bondage's chains. Immediately, Krishna clarifies, "O Arjuna, be not under any duress. It is the divine qualities that you possess." Krishna says, Arjuna, don't worry. You are divine only. You are unnecessarily thinking you are undivine, inauspicious. All these are your own mental thoughts. Forget it. You are a divine soul. I know that. And I'm telling it to you. Don't worry. So, divine qualities, if you have more, you become more free. If you have Asuri qualities. But interestingly, Krishna has not finished describing the Asuri qualities. The remainder of this chapter, most of it is going to be about Asuri qualities. This leads to a question. Why? If I want to go to Shimla, I can purchase sweater, I can get other clothes or what we can say, warm clothes, all of it, isn't it? If I don't want to go there, it's not required, isn't it? Which route you do not want to go. So why is Krishna now focusing on Asuri qualities? Divine qualities he finished in 3 shlokas, just 3 shlokas. These are all qualities of divine. Now he's focusing on Asuri. There was an experiment done by a person who had parrots. He had 2 parrots. He had one parrot which was always using. Sorry, there were 2 people who had different parrots. But parrots have the habit of repeating words. One parrot had picked up all the swear words. The other parrot was actually good and saying nice words. So what did he think? He said, "Let me take this parrot to the other parrot, and so my parrot will learn and become better." Now, when he goes back, he sees both parrots are now using the same language. So, what do you think could be the reason that Krishna is focusing so much on Asuri Svabhava for Arjuna? Anybody? Yeah, Manisha ji is adding something. Yes, ma'am.
So we should know what we should not, what is not good. Also, what is to be discarded. What is to be what we have to do away with is also what we should be aware of that. We should know
Yes.
what good.
Yes. That is why Krishna said, no, in the Vibhuti Darshan, Dyutam Chalayatam Asmi. Meaning, yeah, just because you are sincere, just because you are right, just because you are walking on the path of truth, does not mean anybody on the path of falsehood can take you for granted and take you for a ride. Many times this is what happens, isn't it? Good nature is exploited. Exploited by what? Asuri Sabha. And Asuri Sabha always looks like it's winning in the first, isn't it? Look at it. 5 Pandavas and so many Kauravas. So many lakhs. Even Guru Dronacharya has joined wrong side. How did that happen? Well, this is the Asuri Svabhava. A sadhak must be aware, a sadhak must be alert, and that's what Krishna wants Arjuna to become. Arjuna is going to be dealing with whom? A lot of Asuri Svabhava, isn't it? When we are in our workplace, work colleagues, many times in corporate sector, I am surrounded only by very selfish natures. But unfortunately, that is the sanskara also there. Many times people who don't want to be also, they become, brainwashed into that culture. It's actually very difficult. That is why there's a need for a transformation also, a more ethical culture required. But becoming alert, becoming strong, becoming aware, that is important. Damliji also always says this one nice mantra in Sanskrit. I think I had referred once, he had told, because somebody had come to fight with him in his own, near his home, his area. I do not know if anybody recollects it. So this person had come to fight because of somebody who had said some rumor and everything. And that person was much bulkier. Namaji quickly went to him and he said a mantra. Durjanam prathamam vande sajjanam tadanantaram. First namaskar to the Durjana and then the namaskar to the Sajjana. And that's an interesting story. I think we'll look at it later on. But the meaning of that shloka is very important because The Sajjana they'll keep conducting workshops, they'll keep talking what is good, what is to be done, what is it. What will happen? Some things are remembered, many things are forgotten. Time goes. But the wrongdoer, no, when he gets caught or she gets caught, and say you go to 100 pravachans and you learn something. But your neighbor gets caught in your apartment system for doing a big fraud. Police comes, takes that person. Immediately you have learned, hey, Bhagwan, I'm never going to walk on this path. This person becomes a better teacher, no, than the Sajjana also. Because no, I don't want to go on that path. This is not something. Because this is a direct practical experience, direct teaching. So that is something Krishna wants. He wants Arjuna to be understanding what is this nature. There are forces at play. They happen at the occult level. Even if we don't realize the occult level, practical level, we can definitely realize it. So with this, we stop here. Krishna is going to explain maybe one shloka, just the sixth shloka, we just complete and then probably conclude. Dau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura eva cha daiva vistarashah prokta asuram partha me shranu. Oh Arjuna, all the living creatures belong to one of two natures. The divine I have just surmised and extolled, the demonic I will now state for you to behold. So now the full chapter, most of the chapter is going to be about demonic nature. 7 to 23 shlokas, all are going to be only about Asuri. And the last one, Krishna is going to probably talk about a choice. Which choice? That is obvious for us, isn't it? And again, one more thing is we cannot label people. Should not be done. This is another fault. This is divine, this person is Asuri. Let's not, because labeling people also is again like finding faults in people. No? It's again an Asuri trait. It comes very easily. Because of our mind always divides. That is why we have to rise beyond mind to understand the higher harmony. There could be a Prahlad also, isn't it? There could be Vibhishana also among the ranks of the Asuras. Why are we not aware of that? It's something we should fully always be cognizant of. Because in front of truth, what's going to happen? Divine nature, Asuri nature, both will have to bow only. There's a Aditya Hridaya, no? Rashmimantam Samudyantam Devasura Namaskrutam Pujayami Vivasvatam Bhaskaram Bhuneshwaram. Or if you see Namami Dhanvantri Madidevam Surasura Sevit Pada Padma. Oh, they pray to Dhanvantri because he is going to provide good health for whom? Only Devas. Asuras also, isn't it? So like that, the truth, in front of truth, everybody will come and they bow. It is something like that. This is just for understanding the play of forces so that we ensure Asuri nature doesn't thrive inside of us anytime. Because we are very vulnerable to thoughts which come from everywhere. And in thoughts, through thoughts also enter forces. These forces make a lot of difference. If you align with the right forces, an unfavorable day, an unfavorable moment can suddenly become a divine moment because there is no moment which is not the divine's. Hour of the God is every time if you are conscious. So that is why this adhyaya is again interesting because it will allow you to become more equipped to face the world, become more equipped to further your sadhana as well. So with this, I think we will conclude. Anybody would like to summarize something? You are welcome. And then we conclude with the Shanti Mantra. If anybody has any queries, anything you wish to ask, share, or discuss, you are welcome. Yes, Hari Om. Anybody, anybody. 3 times I have to ask. So yeah, I already asked it. One go. Please feel free to unmute and start. Anyone. Okay, Chitraji again. Thank you. Yes, please.
Yeah, so we saw about the qualities of what attributes to the divine nature and what attributes to the Asuric nature. So some of the qualities of the divine nature are fearlessness, inner purification, having Shraddha, and keeping the senses under control, dana, devoid of anger, ahimsa, tyaga, truthfulness, being generous, compassionate, and having that radiance, forgiveness. So, and couple of others. These were all the uh, divine qualities. And for Asuric nature, we saw that ego, carrying false pride and arrogance, anger, harshness. So these were some of the introductory qualities that Krishna explained about the Asuric nature. So he also mentioned that divine qualities lead to moksha, asuric qualities lead to bandhanas. So when all the living entities belong either in one of these qualities. So that's what we saw.
Yeah, one more thing he told Arjuna, no, don't
Arjuna belongs to the
yeah, that we have to remind ourselves also many times. We forget that we are having that divine nature, or we forget that divine nature is what? It is also having a lot of strength, isn't it? Valiant, daring, powerful, abhayam, fearlessness. Because divine's hand is there on my back. What more is there? I am willing to do anything that is required. That bhava will enter. So thank you, Chitraji. Hari Om. Let us conclude with a Shanti Mantra. Saraswati, no, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanto, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Hari Om. Tatsat. Krishnam Mande. Jagat Guru. Hari Om. Namaskar. Yes, if anybody has any queries, most welcome. We conclude.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Namaste, Kartik ji. Hari Om. Yes.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Yeah, there are no queries. I conclude the session.